So Arlene, her sister Thelma, Thelma's two young kids, and the sister's mom all piled into a Ford Model T and headed west, Beverly Hillbillies style. Arlene thought the Golden State could be a golden opportunity for a secretarial school. She hadn't anticipated the sizzling hot day when the Ford overheated on the first dusty iteration of Route 66 in the desert of the American Southwest, and she had to ask a band of local Native Americans on horseback to lead them to a mechanic. Or what happened when they finally reached the Pacific coast on October 29, 1929, the exact day of the Great Wall Street crash. Or that the young man that Arlene married out west, a pump jockey from the newfangled gas station named Russell French, would learn his stomach pains on their honeymoon were in fact terminal cancer. Eventually there'd be small secretarial schools in Anaheim and St. Louis and Peoria and points in between that came and went. Her early business partners also came and went, including one who took the money and ran off to Mexico. And yet through the decades of raising her 3 kids and nursing my occasionally ill grandfather, A.B. Bunch, along with everything else, the dream of mid-state college persisted until finally it happened. There was a momentum in mid-20th century America, always pointing skyward. Arlene and A.B. finally bought that small, struggling business school in Peoria in 1966 and renamed it Mid-State College. She was dean of students, and she didn't correct people who understandably assumed that she herself must certainly have a bachelor's degree. After all, post-war America had changed so quickly from Arlene's youth that now anybody with a little gumption could go to college, a point that Arlene and A.B. hammered home as they sat in the living rooms of Illinois farmers and pleaded with them to send their daughters to Peoria, despite its well-deserved reputation as a rum-soaked Sin City. Grandma Arlene recruited new college students with an almost evangelical fervor, earning commissions that got her and her 3 kids through some lean years when A.B. was sick, and filling Brown's business school with so many upwardly mobile girls that it started to look like a good future investment. After America helped win World War II, it seemed like any farmer's daughter or son of the assembly line at East Peoria's massive Caterpillar tractor plant had a shot at doing even better, of working with their brains instead of their hands, of becoming not just smarter folks, but more civic-minded ones. College had once been a narrow pathway to success for the pampered elites, handing out bachelor's degrees to just 1 of every 20 U.S. young people. But in this new age of mass higher education, college had transubstantiated to become the living embodiment of the American dream, and Arlene and A.B. sold that notion to the rural gentry and their wide-eyed daughters with the zeal that less scrupulous hustlers used to sell encyclopedias. It's no surprise, then, that Arlene drummed it into her children, especially her oldest, Brian, a brainy proto-beatnik who was listening to his Charlie Parker records when the other kids at Peoria's Central High School's class of 1953 were at football practice or the drive-in, that they would be the first Bunch or Hammond offspring to actually go to college. So when Brian Hammond Bunch jumped the ladder a couple of rungs and won a full scholarship to go east and attend a small elite private institution, Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut, an idea became firmly cemented in my family, never to fade away. College, and what college could do for you, was indeed the American Holy Grail. Brian went back to Peoria long enough to literally marry the girl next door, then zigzagged back to New York, where he worked in publishing, while the oldest of his 3 children, me, was born in 1959. At some point very early in my childhood consciousness, even before any inkling of sex or death and all that existential jazz, came an almost instinctual awareness that success as a human being would hinge on where I went to college. More than a half-century after the baby booms and economic booms and the atomic